Hello everyone. Today in this video we will discuss about motion of the bodies based on the torque concept. First of all, what is mean by torque? Torque is nothing but turning moment only, and to calculate the torque magnitude we will use the formula force into perpendicular distance. And one more formula is there which is coming from the motion concept, that is from the Newton's second law, and that formula is product of mass moment of inertia and angular acceleration. Now we will see the small derivation part for that formula. Here we all know that torque formula is force into perpendicular distance, and we also know that force is equal to mass into acceleration, and again acceleration is equal to alpha into r. Now substitute these two formulas in the main formula force into perpendicular distance. We will get the torque value as mass into alpha into r square. Again here mr square is nothing but mk square in terms of the radius of the gyration. Again here mk square is nothing but mass moment of inertia only, I value only. So here torque is equal to I alpha. So this is the new formula in terms of the mass moment of inertia and angular acceleration, which is coming from the Newton's second law motion concept. So these are the two formulas to calculate the magnitude of the torque value. By using these two formulas, now we will derive the formulas for the force and the acceleration for the bodies. Now this is the first type here, motion of the body tied to a string passing over a pulley. Now everyone observe this diagram. Here one pulley is there and one body is there, and this body is tied to a string which is passing over the pulley. And here pulley, let us consider mass of the pulley is capital M and mass of the body is small m, and this pulley is rotating in the clockwise direction. As this pulley is rotating in the clockwise direction, this body will move in the downward direction. That is nothing but motion of the body is in the downward direction. So this body will have the negative acceleration. So we have to consider the motion for the body and motion for the pulley separately, and we have to calculate the P force and acceleration for this complete system. Now let us consider first motion of the body. And here in this diagram, as this pulley is rotating in the clockwise direction, here motion is along the vertical direction. So we need to consider the vertical forces only in place of the F. So here how many forces are acting on this body? Only two forces are there. P is acting in the upward direction, so plus sign for the P force, and W is acting in the downward direction, so minus sign for the W force. So two forces in place of the F. We all know that Newton's second law formula is F is equal to ma. Now in place of the F you will get the two forces, that is P minus W is equal to minus ma. Now from this equation make subject P value. So make it as the first equation. Now consider the motion for the pulley. Now as this is in the rotary motion, from the rotation effect, from the turning effect, you will get the torque concept. And we all know that two torque formulas are torque is equal to force into perpendicular distance. Here force is nothing but P force only. So in place of the F you will get the force as P force. So P into R. And we also know that second formula for the torque is I into alpha. Now both torque values are equal only. So equate them. So PR is equal to I alpha. Now make subject to P value. You will get in terms of I alpha by R. And again we know that alpha is equal to A by R from the acceleration relationship with the angular acceleration. So now substitute alpha is equal to A by R in this P formula. You will get the P value as IA by R square. So make it as the second equation. Now in this complete system, P value will be same for the body and for the pulley. So equate the first equation with the second equation. Equate first equation with the second equation. You will get the acceleration formula. Now substitute the acceleration value in the second equation. You will get the P formula. Once again, this is the diagram. Here first of all consider the motion of the body. You will get one equation in terms of the P. Next consider the motion of the pulley. You will get one more equation in terms of the P. Now equate first equation with the second equation. You will get the acceleration formula. Now substitute the acceleration formula in the second equation. You will get the P force formula. Now here these are the acceleration formula and P force formula in terms of the small m. Now we all know that I formula, mass moment of inertia formula, is equal to mr square by 2, as it is a solid disk. So substitute I value, formula mr square by 2 in terms of capital M in the third equation and in the fourth equation. You will get the new formulas for the acceleration and for the force, P force formula in terms of the small m and capital M. So these are the two formulas. Once again see the derivation part. This is the motion of the body tied to a string passing over the pulley. Here only one pulley is there and only one body is there. So consider the motion of the body and motion of the pulley separately. You will get the two equations, and by equating them you will get the acceleration and P force formula in terms of the small m and mass moment of inertia. And we know that I formula is mr square by 2. By substituting the I formula, we will get the acceleration formula and P formula in terms of small m and capital M. Now, motion of the two bodies ties to a string passing over a pulley. Here one pulley is there which is of a mass capital M, and two bodies are there which are tied to a string which are passing over the pulley. So here let us consider first body mass as m1 and second body mass as m2 and pulley mass as capital M only, and that pulley is rotating in the clockwise direction. So when pulley is rotating in the clockwise direction, this m1 body, a body, let us consider the m1 body as the a body and m2 mass body as the b body. So when pulley is rotating in the clockwise direction, this a body will move in the downward direction. When this is moving in the downward direction, b body will move in the upward direction. So according to the motions, a body will have the negative acceleration and b body will have the positive acceleration. So based on this sign convention of the accelerations and based on the motions and based on the Newton's second law, F is equal to ma, now we need to calculate the P1 value and P2 value and acceleration value. Now first of all consider the motion of the first body, a body. Here for the a body and for the b body, motions are acting along the vertical direction. So we need to consider the vertical forces only. So let us consider first the first body, a body. So here again two forces are there. P1 is acting in the upward direction and W1 is acting in the downward direction. So here plus P1 minus W1 is equal to minus M1A. And we all know that W formula is equal to mg. So make it as the first equation. Now consider the motion for the second body, b body. Again here two forces are there. P2 force is acting in the upward direction and W2 is acting in the downward direction. So here P2 minus W2 is equal to M2A. Again W2 is nothing but M2G. Make it as the second equation. Now consider the motion of the pulley. So here as it is rotating in the clockwise direction, you will get the torque concept. So here as here two forces are there, we will get two forces in place of the force value. Torque formula is equal to force into perpendicular distance. So in place of the force you will get two forces in terms of P1 and P2. So P1 minus P2 into R is equal to another formula for the torque is I alpha, and again alpha is equal to A by R. So substitute in the second formula. We will get in terms of IA by R. So this torque formula and this torque formula both are equal. So equate them and get one equation in terms of P1 minus P2. So this is the third equation. Now first equation you are getting from the first body. Second equation you are getting from the second body. Third equation P1 minus P2 you are getting from the pulley, motion of the pulley. Now first equation, second equation, third equation. Add all the three equations. We will get in terms of this relation, and by solving this equation by using the mathematical forms, you will get the acceleration formula. Now substitute this acceleration formula in the first equation, you will get the P1 value. Again substitute the acceleration formula in the second equation, you will get the P2 value. Once again, this is the motion of the two bodies which are tied to a string which are passing over a pulley. So here pulley is there, one pulley is there and two bodies are there. So from the motion of the body, from the motion of the second body and first body and motion of the pulley, you will get the 3 equations. From the 3 equations, by adding those 3 equations, you will get the acceleration formula. By substituting the acceleration formula in the first equation, you will get the P1 value. Next, in the second equation, you will get the P2 value. Now once again, see the 2 types. This is the motion of the body tied to a string passing over the pulley. Here only one pulley and one body is there. This is the derivation part to calculate the force and acceleration values. Next, second type is motion of the 2 bodies which are tied to a string passing over a pulley. Here one pulley is there and 2 bodies are there. So this is the derivation part to calculate the acceleration and P1 value and P2 value. Now we will see one problem. Here a homogeneous solid cylinder of weight 100 Newton, whose axis is horizontal, rotates about its axis in frictionless bearings under the action of the weight of a 10 Newton block, which carried by a rope wrapped around the cylinder. What will be the angular velocity of the cylinder 2 seconds after motion starts? Assume the diameter of the cylinder as 100 centimeter. So this problem will come under the first type. That is nothing but motion of the body tied to a string passing over the pulley. So here one pulley is there and one body is there. So here in this problem, cylinder is nothing but, here complete, cylinder is nothing but a pulley, and block is nothing but a body. So here cylinder weight is given as 100 Newton. So here W1 is equal to 100 Newton. So from that weight we can calculate the capital M value. Here this one is nothing but a cylinder and this one is nothing but a block body. So here weight of the cylinder is given as 100 Newton. So from the weight value of the cylinder we can calculate the mass value, capital M value for the cylinder. So here W1 is equal to 100 Newton. From that one we can calculate the capital M value by like 100 by 9.81. We will get in terms of the kgs. So this is the capital M value. Next here weight of the block is given as 10 Newton. So W2 value is equal to 10 Newton. Again from the formula of the weight we can calculate the small m value for the block body. That is nothing but 1.019 kg. So weight values for the cylinder and for the block are given in the question. From the weight values we have calculated the capital M value for the cylinder and a small m mass value for the block. And here time is given as 2 seconds and the diameter of the cylinder is given in terms of the 100 centimeters. So from the diameter we can calculate the radius value and we can calculate the velocity value. And here they are asking us to calculate the angular velocity of the cylinder. That is nothing but omega value after 2 seconds. Now here first of all we will consider the motion of the block. So here again 2 forces are there. That is nothing but P minus W, and it is moving in the downward direction. So it will have the negative acceleration. So minus ma. So substitute the W value and we don't know the P value and acceleration value. So let it be the unknown values only and make it as the first equation. And consider the motion of the cylinder. From the derivation part we know that P formula is Ia by R square. Now again we know that I formula is equal to capital M R square by 2. Now substitute I formula in the main formula P formula. You will get the formula of the P as capital M A by 2. And we know the M value, so substitute the M value, we will get the value in terms of the small a value, acceleration value. Make it as the second equation. Now everyone observe the first equation. From the motion of the block you are getting one equation in terms of the acceleration and the P value. From the motion of the cylinder we are getting another equation in terms of the P value and acceleration value. So from the first equation and second equation, by solving them we will get the acceleration value. Now we all know that alpha is equal to A by R. So we got the A value. Now R value is nothing but 0.5 meter only. Actually in the question diameter of the cylinder is given in terms of the centimeters. So we will get the R value, radius value by the diameter formula in terms of the radius. That is nothing but r is equal to d by 2. So you will get 50 centimeters. Again centimeters conversion into the meters. So you will get the r value as 0.5 meters. So substitute the r value in this formula. So you will get the alpha value in terms of the radians per second square. Now we know that according to the angular motion, omega is equal to omega naught plus alpha t. And they are asking us to calculate the omega value, angular velocity, after 2 seconds. And it will start from the rest position only. So rest position is nothing but omega naught value will be 0 and the time is given as 2 seconds. So substitute the alpha value from this value and the time value as 2 seconds. So you will get the angular velocity omega value as 6.54 radians per second. Once again see the problem. This is the problem and this is the diagram. This belongs to the first type of the motion of the body. And by considering the motion of the block, you will get one equation. Next, by considering the motion of the cylinder, you will get one more equation. By solving the two equations, you will get the acceleration value. And from the alpha formula, and by substituting the acceleration value and r value, you will get the alpha value. Next, time is given in the question, and according to the trial and error method only, as it belongs to the kinematics part, omega formula is equal to omega naught plus alpha t. By substituting all the values in this formula, we will get the angular velocity in terms of the radians per second.